Good afternoon, Kamen Rider fans. Welcome back to the Kamen Riders Reviews podcast. We're doing another batch of Gavv. We are getting closer to the end game, but sure doesn't feel like it. It's just
It really
foul
don't.
plays tonight. It's just foul play tonight again because Rain has abandoned us. Rain has abandoned us. No, he fell like 12 episodes behind thanks to Doctor Who, and he just hasn't got himself caught up yet.
12 episodes? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he hasn't watched any of it.
Holy crap. Wow.
He doesn't know about Overgap. He doesn't know that monsters are public knowledge now.
Oh my goodness.
All that fun stuff.
Insane. That's insane. Wow. But you know what else is insane?
These episodes.
Batch of episodes. Gavv just keeps on getting good.
No, it is, but I also don't know how they're going to wrap up in either 8 episodes or 9 episodes or for lucky 12 episodes because there's still so much left to go.
Well, I know that they could easily do it. I mean, we've seen it with Geats. We've seen it with other shows like Bill did it. I trust Ginkgo.
Well, Build had that whole finale where they were raiding the tower, and it was a 4-episode thing. So yeah, but at the same time, there was like really only 2 generals in Build at the time. You had Evolt, and you had Mad Rogue.
That's very true. I mean, there's always side specials.
Yeah, with side specials, we still have Lango. We still have spoiler alert, Lango's still alive. We still have Jeep. We still have Neleave. We still have Lizelle. We still have Lizelle's dad.
Bolska? Is that his name? Bolska?
I don't know.
He's just really Lizelle's dad.
The president.
Yes.
Mr. President. I mean, we saw a lot in this batch, especially with Jeep. Jeep is going.
Oh yeah. It. For real. Got himself some surgery done. Got himself a bitter Gavv belt.
Not the surgery I'm sure he wanted, but but yeah, no, they are tasked in the first episode to help promote a sweet store. Which eventually will lead to actually both the side riders get their revenges in this batch of episodes. This is the revenge batch.
Yep. And I really like how they handled both of them.
Oh yeah. I mean, I know we're jumping around right now, but I love the fact that in the next episode, Shoma goes to Lakia like, what should Hanto do? You know, if I was Hanto, I'd kill him. Well, okay.
Exactly.
I was hoping.
I was like, what? Like, damn.
It's like
Lakia's out for blood.
Which is understandable because, you know, both Hanto and Lakia has had the same, you know, like kind of like story, same pathway.
They all really have.
Yeah.
All 3 of them really have. And even Sachika, really.
Well, now Sachika is kind of part of it because she now has experienced loss. You know. Oh man, this batch of episodes, like, usually, you know, I can usually sum up some seasons by like a 1-word theme, like, or you know, or like just a general question, like like Double, you know, what does it mean to be full boiled, you know, like, because that was one of the things they kept on asking throughout this whole series. Yeah.
I agree.
This whole series has been the cost of vengeance.
You're not wrong.
Because this whole thing honestly started when Shoma's mom got killed by his siblings. And then everything kind of like dominoed from that point.
Mm-hmm. Spiral down.
And then that's the cause of vengeance. That's the one thing that I think probably if I was translating these episodes, I probably would have changed a line to Hanto saying, "I don't want to be like you." Something to that nature. Because if Hanto would have killed Kenji, which honestly that kid probably thinks Hanto killed Kenji at this point, because Kenji hasn't shown back up. The last time that kid saw Kenji, he was leaving with Hanto, you know?
That's so true. he really would. Holy crap.
Hanto's going to go get a snack from that shop, and the kid has slipped a little arsenic in it. Because if Hanto would have killed Kenji, then the kid would have had someone he wants revenge. Yeah.
For real.
Which we've been jumping around.
But literally.
I do like how they do confirm Jeep did the whole plan to try and kill Gavv, not get revenge on Lingo.
Oh, I did too. I did.
I'm glad they clarified, because that was the thing we went back and forth on, like who was the target of Jeep giving that information to Gavv.
Oh yeah,
and it was
I like that they touched upon that. I really liked how they touched upon that and really put things into perspective of where Jeep's head is at. And can we just talk about Jeep? Because, like, bro, I don't know what bro is going, like, what his mindset is. Because, like,
Jeep's completely broken.
Literally, he's broken. He don't know what to do.
Broken. He lost his twin sister. Everything he does keeps on being foiled by his half brother. He now has a psychopath as a wife who is clearly relishing in all this torment. Like, she doesn't want Jeep to die because she wants to make sure he has more torment for,
She loves chaos.
Yeah. Oh, I'm actually going to throw out this prediction right now. Lizelle kills Jeep.
Oh, I could hard see that.
Yeah.
I could see it.
I could see the next time Jeep fights as Bitter Gavv, Jeep is going to lose, and Lizelle is going to call him worthless, then kill him.
Ooh. Maybe he finally starts standing up for himself, and she's like, "No, you're worthless now. You're not fun to toy with."
Who knows?
Because we did see. Didn't she toy with someone early on the series?
She did the whole thing where every time Gavv acted like he was about ready to try and fight her, she was like, "Oh, you're going to do this here with all of these people?" It's like, bitch.
Yeah, toying with them.
Yeah.
She likes toying with people.
No, she's just a psychopath. She's outright psychopath.
For real.
We get a lot more lore with the candy store owner.
There was a lot of lore in these batch, and I swear, I just have this weird feeling like they keep on bringing up the candy store owner every single time that Hanto's looking up the Michiro. So I feel like he's Michiro or related to Michiro. And I really like the backstory that they gave for this guy. I loved it. I
am hoping they don't do this, but I'm pretty knowing Junko, because Junko did this with another Patronigo. We're going to get all warmed up to this guy, and he's going to turn out to be like a secret evil person.
There's people that are theorizing that he is a Granu because of there's an indention in one of his clothing. But I don't know if I believe that. I think it's just a belt.
I wonder if they're trying to set up to, like, you might think it's part of Shoma mom's side of the family, but he's actually the dad's stomach.
That would be crazy. Maybe the dad got away somehow, because didn't they killed his dad? They killed his dad.
No,
right?
I don't know if they killed his dad. They said his dad is dead.
Okay. That could be metaphorically or physically.
But they've gone out of their way to make a suit for the dad that we've only seen for like a 5-second scene.
That's so true.
Oh, actually, 2 scenes. There's the scene where he's trying to grab Shoma and like train him, and then there's the scene where he ignores Shista and Jeep.
And isn't there's a third scene? Baby Shoma scene.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is your little brother. Yeah. So I wonder if because I mean that guy kind of looked like he could be Shoma's dad.
Oh yeah, I could see it.
Mm-hmm. And they made it a big deal, especially in episode 40, that if the family members are in their mansion, they're assumed to be dead. Because Glata sees that image of Dinte and is like, "Oh, he's still alive."
That's so true. Oh my gosh, that is so true. They do bring that up.
Mm. So it might be neat, like you think maybe what if Shoma's dad took his mom's name as his disguise?
It could actually make sense considering Glata is killing people.
Well, Glata's always killed people.
True, but it may be a way for him to disguise himself.
Well, so Hanto has the list of Inoue Michiros. What Inoue? What if? I don't know.
You were like, I don't know where that's going.
Well, what if the dad stole that name and is disguised himself and
all that stuff? Yeah, I who knows? Who knows? Honestly, I could see it going either way. It could be the dad. It could be a brother. We really don't know much about this guy besides the candy, the store lore, and the fact that Michiro keeps on brought up whenever he's on screen. So we really don't know.
Also, I love how they keep cutting to Lazelle's and Jeep's house, and it looks like Jeep just sleeps on the couch. Like, do they not have a second floor to the set, or is it just this room?
It's just the one room. Isn't it like a 2-story? Like, it looks like the house is like from like a utopia.
Well, you see there's a second story because Lazelle always walks down the stairs.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Because Glada comes. That's definitely a loveless marriage because Lazelle's sleeping on the bed and Jeep is always on the couch.
Damn, bro.
I mean, it also saves them from having to say this 21-year-old male actor is in a bed with a 15-year-old female actress, but
bro, that shit's weird. That's weird.
Why are they? I mean, I understand that the characters are great actors and stuff. Do they not know how weird the fan base is. Like, you have what's her name? From Geats.
Neon?
Baroba. No,
Baroba.
Baroba. Yeah, no.
Yeah, isn't she like 15?
Yeah, she was 15 while they were filming Geats, and
Is she
like
like
all it's
2000?
huh?
And she's
I
like 2000 years old in lore.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like no one really knew what her age was, and like social media, like Twitter and all the others, got really weird because it's goth mommy, right? So like the fan base got really weird, and then it's like Toei deliberately like posted everywhere multiple times that, hey, this is her 16th birthday, and all of a sudden like half those posts got like Thanos off the sides.
They were like, oh.
Oh wait, and then there was also the people who need to be put on the list for the younger of the villainesses from Gotchard. But
Oh yeah. That shit was
guys,
creepy.
stop making things weird. So Glada's match, she's on procurement, so this is going to be like her arc for the next few episodes, being evil. And then we get a random zoo episode where Kenji, so this family that is asking for help to get the shop fixed. It's a widowed mom, a kid, and then the apprentice of the mom's late husband. Basically, the late husband brought in, this apprentice, showed him how to make candy, and this guy, he feels like he got a second chance of life because he used to do unspeakable things, as he said to Hanto, and Hanto's like, what?
What kind of weird, what kind of heinous things?
Kidnapping, cannibalism, that kind of stuff.
Well, technically, it's not cannibalism, but sure.
The secret ingredient is people. Soylent Green is people. Sorry. Oh, you have to know what Soylent Green is, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, just making sure because it's like I was like, well, was that joke really that bad? I guess it was that bad. Anyway, Jeep
Oh man.
makes the move. I like how Jeep is like, just let me kill you, as he is completely defenseless to ice cream. Because Jeep lost to cake, of course he's going to be losing to ice cream. And
can we talk about how the fact that he didn't even need his final form?
Oh yeah,
like,
no.
Jeep, you're not gonna win this. Even with you're going up against a dude with a final form now.
Yeah, and you lost to like you're going against Super Saiyan 3 when you lost to Super Saiyan 1. I mean,
like you're on fraud watch at this point.
I don't think fraud watch. It's this is part of Jeep's growth story because apparently Jeep is now evolved with the new belt and will get stronger. I do think the actor's having fun though, because the whole shot when he's like getting completely engulfed in fire in the next episode, he just walks away like.
Oh, apparently he's a massive Rider fan, so he was happy to, henshin.
He drew a bunch of like Geats and Gotthard fan arts, I think, on his Instagram.
Oh really? Damn.
Yeah, no, when oh man, when this show started, before I think it was even before I invited you if you wanted to be a guest. I was looking at because I'm weird. I'll look at all the actors' social media and stuff because I find it fun. And
I'm the same way. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, and the actor, which it took me even looking at his Instagram, I was still trying to debate if he was because he's very effeminate even in his personal life. But
Oh, really?
he has all kinds. Yeah, no, he's, you know, be proud of who you are. You know, I'm not going to bash it.
Okay.
I also was trying so hard not to, because everyone was misgendering Jeep for the first month that this show was out.
That is
It's
so
like
true.
it was like the Peter Griffin. Oh, that dude's hot. That's a chick. That chick is hot. That's a dude. You know, like everyone was doing that.
They're
but
still doing it.
yeah. Well, yeah. No, but the actor is really a big fan of doing some fan art stuff. I don't know if I can pull it, but like I shared some of the fan arts with the rest of the group because I think he did a 01 fan art, and you know the group first did 01 as a the podcast. So that's kind of cool.
That's pretty damn cool.
But we find out that Kenji is the monster that kidnapped Hanto's mom. And now we gotta do a debate if Granutes can be good or evil, if someone can be forgiven, yada yada. You know, we've done this song and dance, especially like 10 episodes ago. But this instead of doing what you think that they're normally going to do, it's like, yeah, no, I understand he's a changed man, but I still can't forgive him. Like
he took my family away.
They're taking a different take on this kind of story because like you've never watched Kiva. Because they did a similar thing where someone found a monster that hurt her mom. And in Kiva, she was given the secondary rider suit because the secondary rider suit could be passed around. It's not tied to a specific person in Kiva.
Okay.
So it's like one of two times she ever transforms as Kamen Rider Iksa. She gets to fight the person who hurt her mom. And because the story goes back and forth between the 80s and the aughts, late aughts, you find out that her mom was hurt because she also transformed into Iksa to fight him in the 80s. And so like they do a little side-by-side transformation. But it's like, you know, he's still the evil dude. He's not a good guy, but it's still, I'm getting revenge on my mom. You know, I like how they're doing a different take on this stuff.
Damn, I gotta watch Kiva, man. I think it's gonna be my next show.
Kiva's okay. Again, Kiva got hurt by Dino so hard. Like, you're going to watch the Dino Kiva crossover movie. It's literally straight up the first crossover movie they put into theaters between two writers. Kiva barely is in it for 20% of the runtime. Is straight up a Dino movie.
I watched that movie. It is literally a Dino movie.
Yeah, no, it's
a Dino movie.
And then instead of a Kiva Decade movie, it's a Dino movie. Yeah, it's like
it's not even a decade movie at that point.
Kiva got shafted. And then I want to know if they were going to do the whole possession thing because they decided to do a possession thing in Kiva, and it seems like they did it as a response to Dino's possession being so popular. But that's a whole like conversation with you. Also, we gotta do a podcast about Shikanger. I would be down to talk an hour of Shikanger with you sometime.
Oh my gosh, that show! It's top 5 for sure. Oh, I don't know where I place it in my top 5, but it's top 5. That end game,
it's so good. It's so good.
So fucking good.
And if the big spoiler wasn't a big, like, if everyone and their sister didn't talk about that spoiler about
it would have
Ranger,
it would have been like, what?
Yeah.
What? But knowing it, I already knew about it. But oh my goodness, that was good.
No, it is such a hype moment that Samurai also ruined. Samurai ruins so much.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, we're talking
love
about Gavv.
For real. Getting off topic too much in this episode.
No, the gang goes on constant tangents. I think that's what the YouTube AI said about one of our Keep It Keep podcasts.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So Nilev wants to experiment on Jeep. Jeep doesn't want that kind of experiment. Dente is getting overworked. We find out more about Kenji and how he used to run a sweets shop in the Granite world. So he probably it was probably like a small business that got taken out by the Walmart of Stomach Inc.
Now, here's my question. We know that rocks are a part of Granite's diets, correct? So are they sweet rocks?
Rock candy?
Or are they rock candy?
Rock candy?
Or are they... Oh my god. You didn't do that.
That's right there.
Or are they like actual like Granite sweets?
It's probably like we saw the cake with the amethysts in it. Maybe the amethysts are like sugar.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe geodes are more like different flavors. Maybe rubies taste like cherries.
Gotcha.
I like how Jeep gets the bear Gavv and it's like, hey, I can kill Gavv now? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe
knows,
if you
man?
get good. Make
Just
sure
because you got this power doesn't mean you can get your revenge. You're still his user and you suck at battling. You suck in combat.
I don't know. That one shot of Jeep using the bake gun to propel himself and just
bro, that
fucking
fight was cool.
Just the fucking one shot on Vlam from that propel shot. Oh my goodness.
That fight was good. Good fight. But that's later on. Let's keep on going.
Yeah, I mean we're basically on there because we have the discussions where Hanto is trying to debate what his mom would want.
Oh yeah, that's the boring stuff.
Yeah, well, it's a good conversation because we've already had the discussion with these characters. We even had a discussion with Lakia and Valen over revenge. They had their big heart to heart. That fucking amazing heart to heart inside, that one episode whenever they had the get along shirt. And it's like, yeah, if Lakia was in Hanto's shoes, I don't care if the guy is handing me, the list of names of people who told him to kill my brother. I'm still killing the person who killed my brother. There's not enough repent that is going to save your neck.
Yeah. And it really contrasts the two of them because Lakia seems way more forgiving. I think. I don't know. It really contrasts them though. Because Hanto, he's been, I hate Graynoots. I hate Graynoots. And then, the whole stuff with Suga happens, and then he's like, oh yeah, humans can be shitty too. And then he learns about Shoma and all of them. Meanwhile, Lakia has been just didn't understand humans. It just really contrasts them.
And I like how even though he has to be told over and over again why Shoma fights, I like how in the next two-parter after this one, he is relearning that because he interacted with that shop owner and his wife. He knows that people are being stolen, other people's Komels are being stolen, which when he's like, hey, you know what? My brother and Dente gave me a job to do. I'm going to do it. Like,
I love it.
Yeah. Oh,
I love
and
the way they did that resolve.
Oh, it's so good. But Goliath wants to make an example of the worst performing part timer, which we kind of know where this is going since we heard Kenji's backstory.
Mm-hmm.
And we get the fights of the episode. Jeep, Gavv, and Vlam, and Hanto and Kenji, which Kenji's is already like, hey, you know what? I'm okay with this. I said my goodbyes. I probably need to not be human looking for you to kill me. Here you go. Take your anger out on me.
I like how he didn't even fight back.
Oh yeah, no, he told Hanto straight up, I'm giving my life away.
I'm in the wrong.
I'm not running away. Like he gets the kid to safety, and as he's getting the kid to safety, he's telling Hanto, I'm not running away. Let's talk about this later, okay? It's like
exactly.
And then of course, bitter Gavv Jeep just gets outright destroyed by Master and Over Gavv. I thought I know they probably wouldn't have done this, but whenever Over Gavv was holding Jeep's leg, I thought the punch was going to hit a very sensitive part.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Because there's a point where like the legs are fully spread and like the fists, I mean,
is right there. Holy crap.
No, but it was just a punch in the face, and Bear Gavv blows up, and Jeep is just engulfed in flames and just walks out of it, and it's just walks off like, I'm done with today. I am done with today. I am done with today.
That fight was just cinema. Like, I know Jeep lost, but like for his debut fight, he still looked badass. But bro, you still lost.
Yeah, the thing is, again, do we know when Zetus is supposed to start?
September, August, September. We haven't even seen the suit, so that could change literally in like an hour, though.
Yeah, because we're getting down to it.
But
apparently
my question is,
season.
My question is, when has a writer debuted and lost immediately?
Had to be. I know there was some in definitely Gaim. Gaim definitely had a few.
Like, I don't remember in Gotchard. I know there was like forms.
But Geets definitely had some. I mean, that's the nature of Geets though, because there's a million plus writers. Like in the first couple episodes, the guy who interviewed Kaywood dies.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a no-name writer, no-name guy.
Well, yeah, that's no. But like and Gaim, have you watched Gaim?
Yeah, I have.
Sorry, you cut out.
I have.
Okay, so the Nut Brothers.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The acorn guy.
Yeah, and the other guy that was the Pinecone, I can't think of their names right now. They debuted in episode 5 with Baron. And the following fight they lost to Strawberry Gaim. And
I forgot that he had a strawberry form.
Yeah. But they both got debuted, but then it's clear that they were the bulk and skull of Gaim until whatever happens with Pinecone happens.
I need to go back and rewatch Gaim, though. It's one of my favorite seasons.
Oh, Gaim is so good. But episode 39, Lazelle's taunting Glata. Lizelle definitely does not like Glata. Yeah, You're not your brother's favorite.
You're not your brother's favorite. Now I'm his
Uh,
favorite.
I'm sorry. I made him have experimental surgery behind your back. I do like how Glata, the actress, even though she hasn't been in this season as much as I personally will like. I mean,
I
don't
wish
know
that
about
she was
you, but
in a little bit more episodes.
yeah, but every time she's in there and clearly something's going wrong with one of her siblings, you can tell with her acting that she is worried or whatever. You know, the whole conversation Dinte has with her later on. Because she was the one that freaked out when Sheeta died and all that stuff. But Dinte wants to try more snacks, but some snacks he has to actually be in the restaurant to get. But we can't have that happen because he's still a monster. He doesn't have a disguise form. We find out Jeep is still evolving. Jeep's like, I used the cheat code. Why didn't I win?
Bro really thought that he would win, like automatically win.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's not how it works. You gotta be a skilled fighter. Or at least be decent, but
Oh, hey. Speaking of Gaim, I wonder if the line when Shoma's shopping, banana, 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 is a reference to Gaim.
Possibly.
Because you have the Comrade Baron introduction where his like is going, banana, banana, banana.
Banana. Banana. Banana. Banana.
I actually got a friend of mine to watch Kamen Rider just from that scene alone. Banana, banana.
That's a great season to start too.
Oh yeah, no. For the longest time, like when people ask, like what seasons should you recommend to non-Toku fans, Gaim was that season for the longest time.
Really? I would have thought it would have been like double.
Well, see, with
O's.
double or O's, you still have like the weird Kamen Rider stuff. Gaim though is Gaim's a different beast.
Gaim feels very anime-ish.
Well,
Urabuchi.
Yeah, the Urabucher was the one who wrote it. I mean, they should give him another season.
I agree.
Think if he teams up with Junko or Takahashi, bro.
Peak.
No one would survive, and nightmares would be had.
For real. Oh man. And
so
you brought up the Dente stuff already. I loved that imagination sequence. I was dying. Like,
where did he get the parfait at? America?
Bro. Oh my god, you're right though. That thing was. Oof. Oh my. Go ahead.
No, I was just going like Hanto's still looking for Shoma's family because we have the scene where the shop owner is on the bridge with Shoma and they're having that conversation. We have a scene between Glata and Nelev, and then Glata discovers that Dente's alive. And then we get no more Dente death fake out, which, by the way, the start of this episode, hilarious. Like, they're all sick and tired of Dente on the ground at this point.
It wasn't the stare that Lakia did. Just bro.
He's fed up. He's fed up.
Fed up for real.
Mm-hmm.
And all he wanted was the parfait.
But we're never going to have another Dente death fake out because Glata finds Dente, and Glata wants Dente to work with her, bring back the glory of stomach. And Dente's like, why don't I just have you get along with your brother? You're lonely. You know,
why don't you just save He say that he wanted her to work with him and to protect humans and all of that, and then she's like, "No, I'm not
Yeah, I mean,
lonely."
it depends on the translation. This was more. I know you have a tough facade, but you have a tough facade, but I could tell you're lonely. You know, you care about your family, your family's dying left and right, but you still have another brother. If you want, I can get you in good relations with your brother.
Mhm.
And then that was what set her off.
She was ready to kill everybody on site. She was on site with everybody. Holy
Oh
crap!
yeah. But Glata kills Dente,
Can we
and
just
the
talk
game.
about that scene for a second? Like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, that scene.
Yeah,
The Everybody just standing there, shocked as she's just standing over him with the scythe, his body cleaved. Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
No, it is probably the most. I mean, aside from Jin point blank shooting that one human gear in the head with a gun,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's probably the one scene that's like is going to be like, yeah, no, this show is for kids. It's for kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but okay. But I love the way they handled that scene. I don't even think they had music or audio or anything behind it.
No, yeah, no, they did the somber song, and then the music stopped when everyone saw Glata over the body, and Shoma basically told Sachika to step back, and then Lakia realizes that, oh hey, there is one person with a big ass pointy thing that probably killed my brother, and it was
It,
you.
it shocks me that he didn't put two and two together when they first met Glotta and faced her. Like, bro, I could have told you that she killed your brother.
Yeah,
But
but I mean, they
story.
story, and they were still trying to have a mystery, and I mean, it could have been Longo. Longo has a big ass sword.
That is true. That is very true. Yep. That's
And
very
we
true.
still we
Anybody with a
haven't
sword could have
seen
done it.
we haven't seen Newleaf's weapon, but something tells me his is going to be like a gun.
Bro, I can't wait until we see Nelv's stuff because oh my goodness, he hasn't displayed his full Granute side yet, and just knowing that they've held on to it for this long, bro has to be broken.
He's probably experimented on himself, like how
Oh, 100%.
Shuga experimented on himself. Which I'm throwing out this prediction right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's Shuga underneath that cloak.
I fully agree. I am 100% on board. I've seen a theory that it's Honto's mentor. I just doesn't Honto have the top half, so how
Oh
would
yeah,
Nelv have the bottom half?
yeah. I forgot. I've been saying the guy's not dead this whole time. But Glata kicks Lakia's ass, and then gets punch by Shoma.
Literally. Is this Lakia's first L?
Uh, I want to
I know he
say
has a really good win-loss streak.
he lost one other time.
I know. I guess he technically lost
Well,
against Jeep.
he lost. Well, one, he lost against Sheep. He also lost against Cookie. Um,
Oh, I
the
know who you're
first of
talking.
the first of the non-clone Dare Gaffs.
I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. The Sahando guy.
Ye-
That's a
Yeah,
JoJo
the
reference.
rich guy, the rich guy,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
millipede. Yeah, he Lakia lost to him. I want to say Lakia lost to. I mean, technically, Lakia lost to the Mantis while connected to um
Hanto.
Hanto, but I don't know. You could say that's probably partly Hanto's doing.
I blame Hanto 100%.
Mhm. Speaking of, technically we could say Val and base form finally got another win.
Oh my god. You're right though. Damn.
But
Damn.
episode 40, Shoma's super grown up all of a sudden.
I like how he presented himself in this episode. Very
Yeah,
mature of him.
yeah, he realizes that Sachika just lost, like, even though she wasn't related to Dente, the two of them got really close over the last 12 episodes or so.
Mm-hmm.
And she's now had someone that she knew instantly killed in front of her. She has not seen death in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, Shoma, our precious baby boy from the first batch of episodes, who tried eating a towel because it was cotton candy. He's now like, I gotta be the adult here and cheer her up. I can't
Mm-hmm.
grieve my great uncle, because what will grieving do at this point? Like, holy shit, dude!
That's deep. That's some
Like,
deep shit.
that is holy shit.
Like, that's insane character development from Shoma. I loved it.
Yeah, and they're like, I mean, you could tell that he's been slowly growing over time. He's learning how humans are. He has a bunch of adults from even the granny
Mm-hmm.
world as his friends, and yeah, I mean, even in the scene where he talked with Lakia about Hanto, he learned about what resolve is from, yeah, no, I'll still kill my brother's killer, which is probably why he was okay in this episode to let his sister die to Blam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean,
Go
I
ahead.
feel like I feel like everyone should have had a round with Glada, because Glada was the one that broke Shoma's mom. Glada was the one who gave Valen his first of many L's.
See, and I
And the
was
other
hoping
one,
that, Hanto would get a little. Sorry to cut you
yeah,
off. I was hoping that they were gonna have Hanto take on Glada at least once.
yeah.
But
I mean, he needed a round two after that first fight loss. Like, I don't know. I feel like I understand that. I mean, she believes now that she killed his brother, but at the same time, we don't actually have like proof of that. It could still be Lango. It could still be random part timer number 572. Um, I I still feel like Shoma should have gotten the revenge on his mom against Glada, but that's just me.
I can agree with that. I agree. I think really any of them could have gotten the revenge, but I
Of
think
course,
Shoma deserved it most.
I think
Like you
Shoma,
said.
of the three, I think Shoma should have gotten the most. Hanto needed a rematch, and then
Mm-hmm.
we didn't need to have Komel be killed by Galata.
Could have been
But
Lango.
could have been Lango. It could have been, as I said, anyone else. But of course, Lakia was also getting revenge for Dente. But again, everyone there care about Dente.
Mm-hmm.
It should have been all three of them doing a triple rider kick to her face.
I mean,
Let's be honest.
technically, we got that. technically, but not technically. They technically got their revenge together, but not really.
Yeah,
It wasn't a triple rider kick like you said, but
I feel like
Shoma and them.
wouldn't that be just so much better if it was a triple rider kick that finished her off though?
I really want to see a triple rider kick before the series ends, though. I don't think we've had one.
No, we have not. I think we've had 2 sets of. I think every one of them has had a double finisher with another one of them.
Mm-hmm.
So like we've had a Shoma Hanto double finisher. We've had a Hanto Lakia double finisher, and we had a Shoma Lakia double finisher, but we have yet to do a true triple finisher yet.
Mm-hmm. Those are normally badass.
Oh yeah, and they usually save them for the end game, which we haven't quite hit the end game yet.
Yep.
Like it still feels like they're on the status quo of just helping someone random out every week.
It really honestly does. And I wonder if next batch we will finally get into that end game. I mean, it just feels so. I don't want to say it feels like a Heisei series. It really does. If I'm being completely honest,
it's straight up a Heisei series. I don't know because every now and then I'll listen to random video essays while I'm at work. I can't think of who did this video essay, but the whole scene with Hanto figuring out Shoma was the cause of his mom dying in the Granite world. Someone did an 8-minute video essay on how that would have been peak Heisei.
I could say, yeah.
Yeah, no, that whole scene was basically like ripped out of the Heisei, but done at its best.
Oh yeah.
But no, Junko overall has just been like Sean, who did the Build podcast with us, just finished Lupat.
Oh,
Didn't know what he was getting into with Lupat. Kind of had a shaky start. I told him he needed to watch all the side content when they show up, including another Patron Nigo.
Mm-hmm.
He watches like, oh man, I'm so glad they didn't kill off the Green Ranger.
Oh my god.
I posted that in the Discord. I posted that in the Gavv Discord. I'm surprised no one made a comment about that.
About that.
It's like, the shot Pat 2 POV while he's getting choked out goes hard. I'm like, and then I replied, those net movies don't have to follow cable guidelines. And still, they keep the previous Green Ranger alive. And then I do a post from Ted last show.
Oh my gosh.
And then you point out you got to the Shikinger Get Along shirt episode.
Bro. That shit. By far. Love that Get Along shirt episode, by the way.
Yeah, no, I told Sean right after he finished Lupat, like, now you need to watch Gavv because it's also the same writer, and that's why we've been saying it's been peaked the whole time.
It's just peak.
Junko is just goated. Give her.
I haven't had a bad series with her.
No, she's been real. I mean, again, apparently we're in the minority with Lupat, but
I don't understand what the hate is with Lupat. I think that Noelle is the worst character in the show, though.
Oh, he definitely wanted to set up a 7-person orgy with the rest of the Rangers. I mean,
oh my gosh.
No. I mean, I brought up the one podcast episode that Macro commented on was where I made fun of his take on Lupat because he did a whole thing where he did like a 30-second review of every Lupat episode, and you're listening to it, and he's positive for 80% of the episodes. And then he's like, I don't know why this show sucks, but it sucks. It's like, what? you just said nice, awesome, positive things about apes and episodes, and then now you say your review is it sucks. I understand the Pat Rangers, they are basically side characters when they are title characters.
Mm-hmm.
I understand.
They really are.
But the thing is, like, there's a lot they could have done to fix it. Like, maybe not have every Gangler with a safe. So there's definitely a set of Ganglers that the Lupins have to steal the pieces from, but then maybe have some Ganglers without safes that the Pat Rangers get to be the main characters of. You know, they can
see. That's one thing that I would have appreciated.
Yeah. Or maybe establish, like, so there's that one, I know we're off topic again, but there's that one episode where they believe they killed a Gangler without getting the piece out, but it's like the Gangler's ability is he can shed his skin.
Oh, I remember that episode.
So what if instead of shedding his skin, it's revealed that the Lupin pieces can't be destroyed, but if the Lupins don't get to it in time, then the Don gets to reclaim the piece automatically, makes himself stronger.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, maybe then you could have had the Pats do some more destruction, but then you also revealed that the Don has, like, that's how you revealed the Don has all those hundreds of pieces inside him.
Shit, that would have been dope.
I don't know. It definitely would have made things not so one-sided. But back to this episode. This is our final form episode for Lakia. He gets his a la mode form. He gets his own final form song.
I think it's just an insert for the group, but I loved it.
Yeah.
It's a very much a vibe song.
Oh, yeah. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, well, one of the subtitles I read, they actually subtitled the insert song, you know, and apparently it's just gotta shake it off. That's like 90% of the lyrics.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Oh, the shot of Glad killing all the Gochizos.
Oh man, that was epic, insane.
You feel bad for the little guys, but you know it's how
millions were dead.
Yeah, it's how you establish that he can't always be in his final form, which that's a good way to do it. That's straight up a good.
Oh, 100%. 100% agree.
And because you know Shoma likes to give the final forms while they're almost about ready to die, he pops out the parfait, gives it to Lakia, saying this is it's Dente's final gifts. And yeah, I don't know if I like the design of this form.
I don't hate it. It's probably one of my. I don't like it as a final form.
It is way too much.
Form is better.
I think his
Kira silver.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's funny. I feel like they used too much silver on this one, though.
I don't hate it. There's some Gavv suits that I do hate.
Master Gavv.
The Master Gavv is literally like it's not the worst final form in the show.
No, the best final form is Balin's final form, catching the briefcase with the presses on it with a straw.
Bro, I was cracking up when I was watching that live. I was like, did bro just catch the presses with the straw? That's hilarious. And speaking of Hanto, is he gonna get a final form? Is Frappe his final form?
Frappe's his final form.
That sucks. He didn't get that many forms. But then again, Majade didn't get that many forms.
Keiwa only got Shinobi, Boost, and Bujin.
But at least Keiwa was able to use, boost. He was able to use beat. All
Jackpot.
of those other jackpot, all of those other forms. I think he even had the jet one.
Vulcan had 4 forms.
Mm-hmm.
Valen had 3. Which is
Valen had his donut form.
his chocolate form and then the frappe form. Well, then I guess you could also have the chokehold form,
Yeah, the chokehold.
which is not really a form. I don't know.
I don't know. It's literally just a repaint.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Kraz had 3 forms because one of them was a repaint. So I mean, three's about the number.
I guess I'm just used to, Takahashi and how he just makes all of the writers use the same gimmick.
Yeah, I mean Vulcan. You had Wolf, Gorilla, uh, the super form, Assault,
Mm-hmm.
and then you, not the Assault wasn't the super form. Gatling was the final form. Yeah, so Assault was the super.
Yeah.
Gatling was the final. So that was 4 there, and then what's his name?
Blades.
From XA, the second rider had a shit ton of forms because you had his level 2, his level 3. He was part of the level 5, and then he used level 5 by himself when everyone else was getting their level 10 forms. And then he got a level 50 form and a level 100 form. So he had 5 forms. And then movie only, he had a 6 form in a movie.
Oh yeah, you did have a movie form.
He had the zoo form. He had the zoo form, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a repaint of the Monster Hunter form. But he used a zoo
right.
version. He used a zoo form to beat up Oja from Ryuki.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, no, secondary riders usually get about 3 or 4 forms if they're lucky. It could be worse. It could be Kamen Rider Ibuki from Hibiki. He only gets 1 form.
Damn. But that's a Heisei, early Heisei.
Yeah. I mean, Hibiki in that series only has 3 forms, so I mean
Damn. But then again, Ryder was going through a budget thing.
No, it wasn't budget. It was just how they did their toys. And sorry if you hear the guy doing my yard.
That's all good.
Yeah.
I don't hear it.
Okay. No, I mean they weren't really form based early on. You gotta understand, like forms really weren't a thing even in old Rider.
Mm-hmm.
The first Rider that did like a double form thing was Black RX. Because he had his robot form and then his water form with his main form.
Shoot.
And then Kuga had his Kuga ultimately had 9 forms throughout his series. Right?
Damn.
And then they started cutting out forms because then when they got to Ryuki, there was only 2 forms for Ryuki.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah. And then forms really weren't a thing again until Dino.
And then Dino.
Forms really, Dino of the Imagines brought back forms. And then they've basically been forms ever since.
Damn. Dino really did change Ryder. Holy crap.
No, it's a miracle that the show wasn't canceled before Dino. It's a goddamn miracle. I mean, they say the same thing. Like it's crazy that how like people put Dino on that pedestal. Like if it wasn't for the fact that Takeru Sato became a AAA actor, we still probably would have been getting yearly Dino movies.
Oh, I believe it. We'd probably be sick and tired of Dino movies.
Oh yeah, we probably would, but if they were still selling well,
oh, they would be doing it.
Yeah, I mean, when the Dino movie premiered in theaters, it outsold American blockbusters.
Damn.
There's a
I need to
reason
watch the
why.
Dino movie.
There's a reason why there is like 9 or 10 Dino movies, and it's because between like 2008 to 2012, they were guaranteed to just make bank in the theaters.
Damn.
But then the part of the reason why they stopped is because no one liked New Dino.
Oh, they didn't like him?
No one liked New Dino. New Dino's
Damn.
kind of bad. And there's a reason why we haven't seen New Dino since 2012.
Damn.
There's a reason why they've decided that, Momotaro's is just Dino now.
People like Momotaros.
Yeah. Because they went out of their way. They hired an actor, and it was basically like, okay, so yeah, every year we'll do 2 or 3 New Dino movies, and we'll follow your story. And you're the grandson of, the original Dino. You're New Dino. Okay. And then no one liked him.
Jeez, is that why they didn't do anything after the O's movie?
No, I think it's just because they didn't sell well. The tickets weren't there for New Dino.
Okay, I gotcha.
Because they did the trilogy of Dino movies with episode Red, Blue, and Yellow.
Mm-hmm.
The one that has D-End in it, getting his final form. Basically, it's a Dino movie starring D-End, yeah. And then the Axel movie, where he gets his yellow form. That's technically a Dino movie.
Shit. There's an Axel Dino movie?
Well, it's called Episode Yellow. It's part of that trilogy of movies they decided to do. Basically, at the end of one movie, New Dino fucks up. I forget what he does to fuck up, but then it's a background story between the 3 movies, and then like the final episode of it is him fixing it. But you get a movie with DN, you get a movie with Axel, and then you get a movie with New Dino. But they're all titled Kamen Rider Dino, New Dino.
Shit.
Let me do the search.
I'm gonna have to do a Dino movie marathon, man.
Oh, there's so many of them. No, that's not right. What are the Dino movies? I want to say they were called Episode Red, Blue, and Yellow.
Yeah, they were.
I know. We've been off topic for like 10 minutes now, but I am now annoyed. Okay, it was the Kamen Rider New Dino trilogy, and so you got Episode Red, Episode Blue, Episode Yellow.
Oh wow!
Now, I want to say Episode Yellow is the one with Episode Yellow is the one with DN. One of them has Axel in it. I'm pretty sure. No, one of them's Yuto. Am I misremembering this? I might be misremembering it.
See, because I would have watched the Axel one because I'm a huge Double fan.
I want to say the Axel one was part of that. I must be completely wrong then, because I could have sworn the Axel was Episode Yellow.
I think Episode Yellow.
It's apparently the D-End one. I thought D-End was blue and Yuto was red. No, it was just Kamen Rider Double Returns. I was completely wrong. My bad. I thought it was part of the Dino trilogy because it came out around the same time.
Nah. You're good.
Because Double Returns, so the actual Double Returns came out in April of 2011. And then the episodes came out late because, they were coming out during when Double was airing, because one of them is the DN episode. So that, I guess within a year. So that was June 2010. So that's like 9 months before. Because then after Yellow, then you got the O's Dino All Riders Let Go Kamen Riders, which came out. That actually came out in April 2011. Okay, so the O's Dino movie came out at the same time as the actual movie. Same month.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So yeah, no, I was right. They were still making Dino shit while Double was going on, O's were going on.
That's insane to me. 5 years of Dino content.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And it's because it's sold. It's straight up sold.
Hey, if it sells, take that bank.
Mm-hmm. No, but I believe it's the last time that new Dino shows up and is in that movie.
Yeah, because they started doing Pretty Dino.
Well, they did Pretty Dino like years later. Like I think the next time Dino shows up, it's
the Forever. I'm pretty sure.
It's I want to say it was the
No. It was the Superhero Titans.
Superhero Titans, but he showed up in Wizard as Momotaro transformed me into Dino and Wizard.
Wasn't that the final episode?
Mm-hmm. Because Wizard did this thing where after the show was supposed to end, they did a 2-episode special where all the writers got together.
And then Gaim.
Mm-hmm.
No, I remember that now.
It was pretty dumb. Anyway, let's finish this. Yeah, let's finish this up. So I have a headcanon during this fight with Gavv and Vlam and Galata.
Mm-hmm.
That the potato chips that's used for the decorations is the potato chips that Dente put his last will into.
Oh, that I would have liked that. I hope that is true. Like, we know that Lakia had it when he came up there, right?
Yeah,
that would have been nice. I'm gonna believe that headcanon.
Yep, Dente was part of that fight. Also, Lango's
Dente's
alive.
Revenge.
Yeah, Lango's alive. He watches Glada die. Glada, realizes that maybe she was lonely. And that's the batch of episodes. We get a next time teaser. There's another Bear Gavv, but he now has evil eyes. Dun dun dun.
Marble cookie form. Which I'm wondering if that's Suga or if it's some new character. I hope it's not a new character, because bro, y'all are introducing way too many fucking characters.
It's either Shuga or it's Hanto's mentor, as you predicted or theorized.
Mentioned. I don't think it's his mentor, because it's a theory that's roaming around, but I don't believe it's his mentor. I think it's Suga.
I'm still in the belief that the mentor's still alive somewhere.
I mean, there's a possibility, but how would Nell be able to create? How would he be able to modify him with the bottom half and not the top half? Like, I mean,
I'm not sure.
I don't know. Nelva's a genius. He can figure it out. He can figure it out.
No, but this
Next
was
batch looks good.
Well, next batch looks good, and maybe we'll get some hints on the final arc. We still don't know who the final boss is going to be. We still don't know
We don't know
that's
anything.
going to happen.
Somebody could die.
Oh, I wouldn't put it past Junko if the series ends with Gavv sacrificing himself, getting rid of the Stomach family for good.
So about that, there's a rumor. I'm not going to discuss the rumor, but there's a rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But great batch of episodes. I enjoyed them. Really, it was the revenge arc. 100%. Great episodes. Gavv is good.
Gavv is still peak. But
Peak series.
No. So I know while we're recording this, because I'm also recording the other Doctor Who podcast, I can let you know that on Rain's channel, they're doing a podcast with Kat Rain, Sean, and Michael Hoovian about the 40th anniversary Doctor Who audio drama special called Zagreus. It's like a 3-hour audio drama. It has three of Doctors from the 80s, the 5th Doctor, the 6th Doctor, and the 7th Doctor. Each part has one of them being the main character, but it might not actually be them who's in control of the body. Ooh. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. I know Fresno's still doing their Monday night things. Well, Fresno's not part of this podcast. I've done that twice now. What you got going on? I know you did your video about the final fights. Did you get the Goliath fight correct in your video?
I've gotten everything so far.
Ooh.
I've predicted that Lingo's coming back. I think I'm going to predict that Suga's back. I predicted that Hanto wouldn't kill the guy. And I predicted that Lakia was going to kill Glada.
Nice.
And I predicted that Jeep would lose the fight.
Well, of course, Jeep's going to lose every fight from now on. There's not enough episodes to let anyone other than Final Boss to have a win right now.
For real.
I mean, we're going to see the Final Boss, which is probably going to be either Lizelle or Lizelle's dad. He is going to wipe the floor with all the final forms because, final bosses are always overpowered. Mm-hmm. And that's what's going to trigger the endgame.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did a 5-episode endgame.
No. And then, I could probably predict what's going to happen is right now, the president is needing a whole bunch of presses. He is trying to control everyone in the Grand New World. He is going to get sick and tired of Gavv stopping him, that he is going to basically rip a dimension portal open and we're going to have a half and half Grand New World, real world scenario.
Oh, that would be sick.
And the president's going to be the final boss. And the first time the 3 riders fight the president in their final forms is barely going to break a sweat. He is just going to flick his wrist and all of them are going to be de-transformed. That's what I'm predicting.
That would be awesome. Like a vacuum that just automatically creates presses. That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
But other than that, I got nothing going on my channel. I keep on saying I need to stream more. I need to make the videos. I just have no energy. I really
gotta
don't.
finish my script, man.
Nice. I
Yeah, I
still want to sit
gotta.
down.
Mhm.
Go for it. I was going to say I still want to sit down and talk Shikinger with you. Let me know if you want to do that for your channel.
Oh hell yeah, definitely. One day we could definitely do that. Right now I'm watching Go Busters, and I just got to where Jin shows up. Oh my god, bro is my favorite character so far.
You got to what saved that show. You just hit what saved that show.
For real, for real. I was watching the first couple episodes. I'm like, it's not bad. It's just not
It's mid. It's
amazing.
barely
It's
mid.
mid. It's
Yeah.
mid up until then. Once you meet Jin, it's just night and
It's not even
day.
just Jin. BJ Stagg is also like, if there's a scene with BJ Stagg, watch the scene once so you can watch subtitles, and then just watch what he does. He is one of those characters that he will just do something random every scene he's in, and he is just amazing. It is, you have hit what makes Go Busters good. The introduction of the two of them makes the rest of the cast 20 times better. Like, you're going to love every single character from this point on, including the villains. Like, it's so good.
Oh yeah. Like
Oh,
Enter.
Mm-hmm.
Enter is so cool.
Enter is one of the best villains. Escape is really good.
I haven't gotten to Escape, but I know about Escape.
Oh yeah, I still, I lost my TikTok, and TikTok's not doing anything about it. They acknowledge that they know that account is stolen, but they won't do anything about it. Fuck you, TikTok. Anyway, but there's Lamia Ramirez, who plays I don't know, the Power Rangers counterpart. Yeah. She did that TikTok where she announced it, and it was just on my For You page. And I put a reply in her comments, "Oh, I'm sure you're about ready to escape into that role." And she responded with, "I see what you did there."
I'm glad that they watched the previous Sentai. I like that.
Not that they all don't sometimes, but sometimes they do. And then, like, I know the Beast Morpher's Yellow Ranger saw like multiple seasons of Sentai even before even trying to get to be a Power Ranger. Because that was the thing. That was the thing. I'll bring this up whenever we do the Shikinger talk. But when RPM was announced as being the final season, way back when, a bunch of Power Rangers fans flocked to watch Shikinger. Like,
that makes sense why Shinkinger is so beloved.
Oh yeah, because it was the people who wanted more Power Rangers, but was told that they can't have anymore. They watched the following season, like, through subtitles. Like, I mean, Shikinger wasn't my intro to Sentai, because, long story short, basically, a man in the '90s showed me 4 episodes of Die Ranger and Jew Ranger. I knew about Sentai whenever I was 7. I mean,
damn.
But then, and I watch Geki Ranger. I watched all of Geki Ranger like a year after it aired. So this was before Shinkenger. But the fact that Disney was like, yeah, no more Power Rangers, and then they were like, oh, we're remastering Mighty Morphin. People wanted more Power Rangers, so they watched Shinkenger, and then that's what the Jonathan Tazor, whatever the showrunner was. That's what he blames the failures on Samurai on. Oh, everyone wants to watch Shikinger. That's why Samurai failed.
No,
I have words about that.
I can tell you that ain't it.
Yeah, no, that's why I wanted to talk about Shikinger, because, oh boy, because I haven't seen Samurai. I've just seen the clips, and oh boy.
Anyway, I tried to watch an episode of Samurai. Just
I watched the premiere. I remember seeing the basement. I moved. I was back at my parents' house at like 19 because I ended up going to a scam college that took away like $30K from me, so I had to live with my parents for a bit while I regrouped. I was working 3 jobs. It sucked.
Jesus.
Yeah. Because I got scammed, and it took them. It took the government 20 years to finally give me my money back.
Jesus.
Yeah. But they were like, "Oh, world premiere Power Rangers Samurai," and I watched it. And instead of doing the first episode, they aired the 3rd episode first.
That's so weird.
Yeah, and then like a year later, they did Power Rangers Samurai Origins, which was the first 2 episodes. Which again, they 1-to-1 the episodes, so it is shot for shot the same as Shikinger, except for the Megazord scenes. Which, have you seen the Megazord scenes?
Samurai new.
So they have a super form only for the Megazord scenes. That looks
did they
god-awful.
change the?
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking about that weird ass mask?
No, well, maybe, but like they're in like super futuristic. It's not the the folding screen background. They're in like the super futuristic. Their swords turn into joysticks with buttons. And so they have all these scenes. They have all these scenes just for the Megazord fights. But because they are 1-to-1 in the script, they are having American actors in these scenes inside these bulky ass suits recreate the Sentai scenes shot for shot in these new cockpits.
Why? Why just not use the original?
There's so many. Anyway, we probably gone on too many tangents, but other than that, links in the doobly doo, and next time when we meet in 4 weeks, who knows what's going to be going on.
Hopefully, Rain will be here.
Rain,
I want to hear his thoughts.
Yeah, no, we'll have like a half-hour thing where Rain, like, we'll be like, "Okay, Rain, you gotta give us all your thoughts now, buddy."
For real.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, catch you guys next time, and have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.